Hey, this is Chris from Rekkid Talk, and so I'm going to do a contest entry. This is a contest entry for Jeff Whitcher. You know he's a funny guy, and he has a whole bunch of subs. And his contest is pretty easy. He wants you to show 3 records, preferably 3 different formats. That's not an absolute rule. I will do 3 different formats, and he wants something we've never shown before. Now, I joked around and I commented on his video that I've already shown all my embarrassing albums. What's left to show? Or I don't want to. I don't want to show my embarrassing albums. So these I don't think are really embarrassing though. I ended up not going that route. So the first one I'm going to show, sort of the theme is it came from the records I inherited from my dad. So he was 20 years older than me. So a lot of like folk rock, blues rock stuff from the 60s and 70s, what is his wheelhouse. So I'm showing you Dave Mason, Alone Together. I guess he had bought this used for $5 at some point. I think this one tends to be beat up a lot because it's got this fold out and on the inside, and it's kind of hard to show all of that with this weird gatefold, but the reason why I'm showing it is because it was the only colored vinyl record in Dad's collection. So you can see kind of a splatter vinyl, even though this came out in like 1970. It was on the Blue Thumb label, so you've got sort of the 1970s-ish looking label with the splatter vinyl, so it's a bit of a contrast because you're used to seeing all of the vinyl this age being just your traditional black. The next sort of thing I went to was sort of stuff I listened to high school in the mid-1980s, which was all on cassette. And so somebody that I never show on my channel, never really talk about on my channel, is the band Queensryche. This is Queensryche, Rage for Order. This was their cassette from 1986. See, it's a clear cassette. We thought it was really cool when they started making the cassette cases clear. Who knows the last time I listened to this? It's been quite a while. You've got this picture. There's Jeff Tate when he still had hair, looking a little creepy there. And then the rest of the Queensryche dudes from their classic lineup. And I remember when I went away to college around 88, 89, I dumped most of the metal in my collection. So lots of cassettes by people like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest got sold to a used record store. But for some reason, I deemed Queensryche good enough to keep in my collection. Although, honestly, bands like Maiden and Priest I listen to a lot more than Queensryche. Third and final thing I'm going to show is going to be a CD. And it's going to be under the title of a recent pickup, filling a hole in my 1990s alternative collection. And so this is going to be Veruca Salt, 8 Arms to Hold You, which came out in 1997. This was produced by Bob Rock, so they were trying to make them into a big band. The most well-known song on this would be the song Volcano Girls, kind of the follow-up to Seether off the previous album, American Thighs. So, of course, Veruca Salt had the 2 female lead singers, Nina Gordon, who usually sang the hits, and Louise Gordon, other songs, and they both played guitar, and I think they're a pretty cool band. So there you go, 3 records I've never shown before, by Dave Mason, Queensryche, and Veruca Salt. And I'll try to think of what I'll make Jeff do deep dives on if I'm lucky enough to win.